Hello. Yeah, congratulations. Sir, I start with one interesting question. This is a compound I take. I react it with the sodium in dry ether. What do I get, sir? This is called 1,3-dichlorocyclobutane. Yes. What do I get, sir? Let's start with scrap. If I take methyl chloride react with sodium, what I get? Sodium and dry ether means it is Wood's reaction. In Wood's reaction, 2 moles of methyl chloride required because 2 Cls are needed. You get 2 NaCl, methyl will combine with methyl. Do you remember this, sir? Hello? Hello? Can you remember that? Ladies and gentlemen, if I am taking this compound, reacting with the dry ether, notice already there are 2 Cls. So happily 2 Na, 2 Cl will get out. So 2 NaCl is lost. Now, to this carbon binds. What is the name of this compound, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir.
What is the name of this compound? This type of compounds which have 2 rings are called bicyclo compounds. Bicyclo. This is called bridge. To the bridge, this side 1 carbon, this side 1 carbon. Can you see it, sir? Bicyclo 1, 1. In this bridge, there are 0 carbons. 0, 1, 1, 0, butane. Likita. Good morning, sir. Yeah. Actually, I wanted to take a class. We had some health issue we are getting, sir. And that's what I could not take any class. Actually, I will ask her to join in my class today. Actually, now I started a class. Hello, can you see this compound? Bicyclo 110 butane. Can you name it, sir? Bicyclo 11 butane. 110 butane. Sir, this 1 is representing number of carbons here, number of carbons here. Sir, can you name this compound, by the way? Can you name this compound? Total how many carbons it has, sir? 8.
8.
Bicyclo. To this is the bridge actually. To this bridge, this side 2 carbons, this side 2 carbons. In the bridge, 2 carbons. Total 8 carbons. Can you see that really?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is the way to name the bicyclo compounds. Don't worry. In this question, they gave a compound like this. Here there is a Cl, here there is a Cl. When you are reacting with sodium in dry ether, we know alkyl halides react with sodium in dry ether normally to give alkane with double the number of carbons. Here, this is a special case. There are 2 halogens. So 2 NaS will remove the 2 Cls, and where they are removed, you get a bond here. So you are getting this. Can you see it really? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Now, I give a similar question. Suppose I have a compound like here I have one Cl, here I have one Br. I am reacting it with dry ether on sodium. What I get, sir? Hello.
Yes, sir.
What do I get? Always remember the sodium will take the Br and sodium will take Cl. Whether it is chlorine, bromine, iodine, it makes no difference to sodium. In dry ether, it will take away them and it will make NaCl and NaBr in this case. From the site where they are removed, they get interlocked. Here you are generating a bond. Now, what is the name of this compound, sir? It has two rings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is a bicyclohexane. This bicyclohexane, this side has 2, this side has 2, right? So I would say it is bicyclo 2, this side 2, 2, 0. Hexane. Can you see it? Hello? Is that fine with you?
Sir, I did not
This
get
is
how you are writing 2 and 2.
I am reacting with sodium. What do you get, sir? What is this reaction called? What is this particular reaction is called?
Ward's
No
reaction.
problem. Sir?
Ward's reaction.
Very good, very good. Okay, bye. This reaction is called Wood's reaction. Can we see it really? In Wood's reaction, what is happening? The carbon end which is locked to halogen, another carbon end that is locked to halogen are combining with two NaCl, NaCl. When NaCl is lost, you are generating a bond between this carbon and this carbon. As a result, at the end of the Wood's reaction, you are getting CH3CH2. This bond is formed. So that is butane. Normally, alkyl halides react with sodium to give alkanes with double the number of carbons. Wood's reaction is a method to prepare alkanes with even number of carbons. You cannot prepare, say, for example, propane using Wood's reaction. Why I can't prepare? If I want to prepare, I should take one alkyl halide having 2 carbons, another alkyl halide having 1 carbon. I should use sodium in dry ether. Definitely, I think that probably this alkyl group can combine with this alkyl group. 2 carbons combine with 1 carbon to give propane and 2 NaCl is lost. No doubt it happens. But along with this, you are taking some ethyl chloride. Therefore, ethyl chloride may combine with ethyl chloride. When these 2 Cls are lost, you are getting butane. Similarly, you are taking some methyl chloride. So when methyl chloride combines with methyl chloride, these 2 Cls are lost with sodium, you will be getting ethane. You are getting a mixture of 3 products. So it is not a good idea to prepare alkane with odd number of carbons using Wood's reaction. In a Wood's reaction, always it's a good idea to prepare alkane with even number of carbons. For example, you can happily prepare butane using Wood's reaction. What is the starting material, sir? What is the starting material to get butane? Hello? To get butane in Wood's reaction, you should take alkyl halide that exactly has half of the carbons. So you will take alkyl chloride like ethyl chloride, 2 moles, react with sodium. Can you see it really? Hello? The
Yes,
topic under discussion is, we are looking at some review questions on halogen derivatives. The question on Wood's reaction. Wood's reaction is a specific reaction of alkyl halide with sodium metal and dry ether. And then in that reaction, you get alkane with even number of carbons. If the Wood's reaction is happening with the aryl halides, We call it as Fittig reaction. There, two molecules will join together, you get biphenyl. It is called Fittig reaction. If you are reacting one aryl halide and one alkyl halide with the sodium in dry ether, the Cl and 2N are removed and they join there. You get alkyl benzene. It is called Wurtz-Fittig reaction. Now, this is a question intelligently framed based on this. Now, you understood what is Wurtz reaction? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You understood what is Wurtz reaction, sir?
Yes, sir.
In Wurtz reaction, always a CCl bond, two CCl bonds will break, two CX bonds will break, a new CC bond forms. If you take a molecule, something like this, which has, suppose, CH2Cl, and which has a Cl. Now, if you bring about the Wurtz reaction, what is supposed to happen? Sodium will always take the Cl, another sodium will always take the Cl. The point where the Cl is removed, there you get a bond. So what is the product like? This is the original frame. This is the CH2 you have. From the CH2, Cl is gone. From this, Cl is gone. Now both are different. Is that right? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
In fact, the CH2 need not be written. It can be simply written like this. Because it is understood there is CH2, 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 CH2. Here CH, here CH. Now what is the name of this compound? Clearly it has two rings. So it is bicyclo. Now I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is bicyclo. If this is the bridge, this side one carbon, this side how many carbons, sir?
Two.
Two carbons. So I will write 2, 1, this side 2, this side 1. In the bridge itself 1. Takes it. Can you see this, sir? You got it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Did.
sir, I did not get, sir, 2-1 how you are writing.
There are some compounds which have, I will go slowly. There are some compounds which have two rings
Yes.
like this. Like this. Like this. Now, these compounds which have two rings are called bicyclo compounds. To name a bicyclo compound, first I will count the number of carbons. If it has 7 carbons, I call it as bicycloheptane. In this bicycloheptane, which I am writing now, I am putting a bracket in between bicyclo and heptane, and I want to see the bridge that has lowest number of carbons, say 2. That I take as bridge. To the bridge, one side there are 2 carbons, other side also there is 1 carbon. Within the bridge there is 1 carbon. 2, 1, 1.
Sir, on the other side also there are two carbons, no, sir?
Wait,
6.
there are 2.
5 and 6.
2 to 1. Yeah, I have forgotten to say it. It is 2 to 1, sorry. Bicyclo 2 to 1. Heptane. 2, I have overlooked it. Yeah. 2, 2, 1. 2, 2, 1. What could be the name of this? So it is bicyclooctane. To the bridge, one side 2, in the bridge also 2. So it is bicyclo 2,2,2 octane. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
What about
Yes, sir.
this?
Got it.
What about this? It is bicyclo 2,2,1 heptane. Okay. Is that fine?
Mm. Yes, sir. Got it.
Now this is a question based on Wood's reaction they asked in previous exam. Okay. It is a previous IIT question. Actually, now my task is we have so many questions. I will show you as many as possible. We try to do. I don't know how many we can do. The most reactive towards SN1 reaction in this. Can you identify? SN1 reaction is the reaction which involves the two-step process. You get in the first step a carbocation. The more stable the carbocation is, more readily it undergoes. The carbocation gets stability because of possibility of resonance. More is the possibility of resonance, more is the stability. If there is no possibility of resonance, at least there should be a possibility of inductive effect. Somebody should give electrons. Let us see. In the first structure, the carbon which is locked to Br is locked to two phenyl groups. Phenyl means C6H5. It is called diphenyl bromomethane. When once the Br minus goes, you get a carbocation locked to two benzene rings, right? So it got 10 resonance forms. Let us see the second one. Here you have a carbon locked to bromine, also having a phenyl group and methyl group. Phenyl group can give resonance, methyl group can give some inductive effect. But B is definitely positive ion, carbocation is not as stable as A. What about C? C is having two phenyl groups and a methyl group. Here carbocation gets additional stability than A. Because in A only two phenyl groups, whereas in C, in addition to phenyl group, there is a methyl group, inductive effect stability. In D, there is only one phenyl. So which is most steadily undergo SN1 in this, sir? Hello.
C.
C.
Obviously, can you see it really? Or you think that I feel hurt if I say no? Don't worry about it. Are we able to see it, sir? Or should we need an explanation on this?
I understood.
Sir, even one fellow asked me doubt, I will slowly explain. We are not in a hurry. Heavens will not fall. I think we very clearly understood SN1 reaction is a nucleophilic substitution. This is a characteristic reaction of alkyl halides. In this reaction, if it is SN1 type, first step is formation of carbocation. The easier is the formation of carbocation, the high reactivity it will have. The carbocation is called intermediate. And the SN1 reaction has two steps. And it has two transition states, mind you. How many transition states? Two transition states. One carbocation. Transition state is a state where some bonds are forming, some bonds are breaking. Can you see? In SN2 reaction, there is only one transition state. Let us have a quick review of that once to be on safe side. Whether we understood it or not, I don't know. Just we have a look at that. Sir, this is your methyl chloride, a primary alkyl halide. Therefore, it undergoes your SN2 type reaction. In SN2 type reaction, because there is a lot of space as hydrogens are small, OH minus will approach from backside. So this is the transition state. You can see this bond is breaking and this bond is forming. And of course, these are remaining unaffected. This is a high energy transition state where some bonds are breaking and making is a unstable transition state. It quickly will break down. Where OH bond becomes strong, it completely breaks. So you get. Notice this product has OH group on the opposite side to which the Cl is there here. So notice in SN2 reaction, If this is the starting material, this is the transition state, this is the product. Starting material is like this. Cl. Product is like this. OH. And the transition state is like this. Breaking, forming. Always transition state is a high energy state where the bonds are breaking and forming. You can't separate it. This is SN2. Are we clear on this, sir? Hello? Hello?
Sir, cleared, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now we are looking at the other way around. Now you start with a tertiary alkyl halide. The tertiary alkyl halide first will undergo a transition state, then it will give a carbocation, then it undergo another transition state, then it will be product. Let us see how it will be. It is R, R dash, R double dash, X. In the transition state, C, R double dash, R, R dash. It is breaking. What is breaking? What is breaking, sir? X is breaking. Here in the intermediate, C, R double dash, R, R dash. No bonds are breaking, no bonds are forming. It is a carbocation that has some stability because of R's or phenyl groups. Now next transition state, R double dash, R dash, R. Maybe this side it is forming. What is coming? Y. Or maybe this side Y is coming. I don't know. From which both sides it can come. Can you say, sir? It is 50% possibility. It is 50% possibility. Both are there in the transition state. And the final product is what, sir? Are we very clear, sir? Hello? In
Yes,
SN1
sir.
reaction, how many steps are there in SN1 reaction? 2 steps. How many intermediates are there? Only 1.
Yes, sir.
Now, the more stable the carbocation is stabilized by phenyl groups because they can give rise to 5 canonical forms. Another phenyl group, triphenyl carbocation is extraordinarily stable. If it is not phenyl, if it is cyclopropyl, due to some other reason, cyclopropyl group can give extraordinary stability. Even methyl groups are there, they can give some stability due to inductive effect. So all these factors of possibility of stabilization help the SN1. Are we clear on this, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir.
That is our question number 1. Now in the second question, arrange the following compounds in the increasing order of reactivity. Here this is a question where X minus is to be replaced by another Y minus. It is a nucleophilic substitution. We know very clearly chlorobenzene, bromobenzene, iodobenzene, they don't undergo SN reactions because the CCl bond has double bond nature, because CCl bond is stronger due to sp2 hybridized state, and because of the instability of carbocation there, and because of steric hindrance. So definitely 1 is not at all a good choice. In this, which is the best choice for SN1 reaction? Which is the best choice?
3.
3 is the best and 4 is next best. Then 2 is fine because if there are electron withdrawing groups in ortho para position, CX bond gets weakened. So the order of reactivity you can see. Can you see it really?
Yes, sir.
Now in the third question you have a benzyl bromide. Do you know it is benzyl bromide? When benzyl bromide reacts with magnesium, you get benzyl magnesium bromide known as Grignard reagent. When Grignard reagent reacts with any acid or H+, you will be getting corresponding hydrocarbon. Answer is C. Only C, nothing else. Can you see that clearly?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Now, they asked a question, how many stereoisomers does this molecule has? Hello, are you there?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Sir, I don't know, I'm concerned. I want to share this. Can you take screenshot of this and store this so that if our class cancels, you can try these questions. Now, I am just showing you this. Can you take screenshot of this, sir?
yes, sir.
Please take a screenshot of this and then take screenshot of this. These are 24 questions.
The one that's the previous one.
No, I'll show you. We have to do it slowly. We are not in a hurry. Actually, I wanted you to do this as many as possible. Sir, have you taken screenshot, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have you taken screenshot of this?
Yes, sir.
Now, here in this screenshot, there are some solutions. Next sheet, there are solutions. Today, if you complete this, tomorrow we can go to this level 2. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
Let us see
Okay,
whether
sir.
we can complete today. That is your homework.
Yes, sir.
As many as possible you try to do. Now, sir, third question we have seen. Now, how many stereoisomers does this molecule has? Now, in this molecule, if you carefully look at the second carbon from right side, the bromocarbon, that is locked to 4 different groups, that is a stereo center. Then C double bond C is also a stereo center. It has total how many stereo centers, sir?
2.
Hello. It has 2 stereo centers. Now, if a compound has n stereo centers, it will have 2 to the power n stereoisomers. Therefore, it has 2 to the power 2, 4 stereoisomers. What is a stereo center? A center where a carbon is locked to 4 different groups, or a center where there is a C double bond C, where C double bond C is locked to different groups on both sides. For example, you can see C double bond C, AB type. The C double bond C, one side there is hydrogen, another side there is alkyl group. Another carbon also had one side hydrogen, another side alkyl group. It means it can have cis trans isomers. So number of stereogenic centers are n means number of stereoisomers are 2 to the power n. It has 2 stereogenic centers, so 2 to the power 2, 4 stereoisomers. I would say that the cis isomer can be D and L because there is a chiral carbon. The trans isomer can also be D and L, total 4. Look at the next question. You take alkyl halide, react with cyanide. The Cl is replaced by Cn. You get CH3CH2Cl, propan nitrile. When the cyanide is reduced with the nickel catalyst, Cn will become CH2NH2. Always cyanides on reduction gets added with hydrogens, so they become CH2NH2. It means you are getting a amine. The Y is propanamine. The X is propan nitrile. Notice Cl is replaced by Cn, and then Cn is becoming CH2NH2. So propan nitrile. Propan nitrile became propanamine. When propanamine, any amine is reacting with any acid anhydride, right? The amine is having NH2. In that H, NH2, one H is replaced by COCH3. COCH3 can be incorporated in the place of hydrogen of NH2. Because this is a previous IIT question, it is a combination question from 3 different ideas. First idea, reaction where Cl minus is replaced by Cn, nucleophilic substitution. Second idea, when a cyanide is reduced in presence of catalyst, you get a primary amine. Third idea, in a amine, when a hydrogen of NH2 get a possibility with acetic anhydride, the H is replaced by COCH3. So the answer to this question, can you guess, sir?
Yes, sir. Sir, we are able to see only two options.
Yes, sir. The first option is fitting, no? The first answer is not fitting.
Fitting, sir. Fitting, sir.
Definitely fitting, no? Sir, CH3CH2Cl became CH3CH2Cl, first step. CH3CH2Cl became CH3CH2CH2NH2. In that NH2, in the last step, H is replaced by COCH3. So simple, right? Yes, sir. First
Yes, sir.
reaction is nucleophilic substitution. Second
A.
reaction is reduction. And third reaction is the acid-base reaction. Next question. Tertiary butyl bromide on reaction sodium methoxide produces. A very, very, very important question, sir. Very, 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 very important question, sir. Tertiary alkyl halides, when they react with the powerful bases like sodium methoxide, always tertiary alkyl halide, whenever it reacts with a powerful base or alcoholic KOH, it gives alkene. Tertiary butyl bromide, whenever reacts with any heavy base or alcoholic KOH, no substitution, only elimination. It readily makes a carbocation that is very stable, that easily loses a H plus to give alkene. Please remember, sir, whenever an alkyl halide reacts with alcoholic KOH, there is elimination. Whenever an alkyl halide reacts with aqueous KOH, there is substitution. But always there is a competition between substitution and elimination. You get many products. However, whenever you are using high temperatures, whenever you are using powerful bases like sodium methoxide, elimination is encouraged. So tertiary butyl bromide, when reacts with sodium methoxide, undergo elimination to give you the elimination product, isobutylene. Is
Yes, sir.
it very clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
The benzene reacts with N-propyl chloride in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3. What is the product? This is a reaction between alkyl halide and benzene. It is called aromatic electrophilic substitution. Normally, in Friedel-Crafts alkylation, alkyl group go and replace hydrogen of benzene. For example, methyl chloride reacts with benzene in AlCl3 to give